A self-advocate is the belief that all individuals with disabilities has the right to take control of their own lives, speak up for themselves, and make their own life decisions just like other citizens.
The self-advocate means to speak up for myself, to defend myself and make my own decisions, to make my own recommendations, and to plead my own cause.
Self-advocacy is important to self-advocacy regarding problems with the attitude and behaviors and skills to develop personal goals and take initiative to reach them. Self-determination is the freedom to make my own resources, authority to decide how to spend my own money. Learning what supports are out there and use these supports to reach my goals.
What does self-advocacy mean to you?
Self-determination empowers me to feel confident in speaking up and letting know what things are important to me and how I see my life is going to play out. By knowing myself better, it helps me direct how people can best help me in reaching my goals.
To have my voice heard, because it's my life. I feel I make the best decisions for my life. Though others may think they know what's best for me, I feel that I actually know what's best for me.
To speak up for myself and be more independent and do more things for myself instead of having to ask others to do or assist in doing it for me. It's speaking up for myself and helping others speak up for themselves so that they can take charge of their own life.
Having Robin in my life, my family, my friends, learning new skills, tasks, being responsible, going on job sites, working in an office, living on my own, which was a big move, learning how to cope with a loss in our family.
Are there activities you enjoy doing?
What's important to you?
All my friends and my community are supportive to me. I also love our team in Medina and to appear with our county and a better winner for the Salvation Army.
My family, my job, my friends, my boyfriend Mike, and my faith are all important to me.
I like to be at the schools talking to the kids about my disability to show them how independent I am.
How has self-advocacy impacted your life?
I'm now working in an office. I learned how to type on the computer, just learning new tasks. I come and go as I please, make my own decisions, and I'm living the dream.
I used to be pretty shy, and I was afraid to speak up for myself. People in my life were making all my decisions for me. I now make my own decisions, even when other people disagree with my choices.
That helps me take control of my life and my goals and what I want out of my life so that I can figure out what it is that I want out of my life and use it to help others figure out what they want out of their life and be able to help them achieve their goals.
What accomplishment are you most proud of?
Becoming my own guardian, this was my first leap in my self-determination, and being my own guardian puts me in charge.
Being able to speak, to get my word, or to get my voice out there and to help others. I speak out of local businesses, to schools, to specialty groups, and at the end of it all, we are just like them, and do our best to take control of our own life.
Being a motivational speaker. I really enjoy talking to all the youth in the schools, local businesses, and specialty groups. One speaking event that was a real standout was speaking to our local Boy Scout troop last January. For me, being an Eagle Scout, it was a great opportunity to help them earn their Disabilities Merit Badge. The most recent goal that I just accomplished was to become a Project Stir statewide trainer, because I get to help others with developmental disabilities become strong self-advocates and take control of their lives like I did mine.
What's a goal that you want to accomplish in the future?
Getting an office job and having Robin, my friends, and my family in my life.
To continue being a motivational speaker and to reach out to as many people as I possibly can.
To move out and get my own place and be more independent.
I have plans to keep advocating. Plus, also, I have been wanting to at least sit in on one of the school meetings that Jeremy Jackson does at some point, just to experience what it's like to watch the change that I've been hearing about in the kids.
I want to be a motivational speaker.
My goal is to get employed and live on my own. I plan to continue to increase my independent skills and use them to live on my own.
Who do you talk to when you need help achieving a goal?
My provider, Melissa, who gives me good advice, and Marie and Karen, who I also work with in the office.
Because he's my brother, my son called for, my family, my sons, my son, my brothers, your son Chris, and the little sons.
My SSA, my family, and staff.
Michelle, my case manager Jen, and my mom.
Anything else you want us to know?
It's important to be kind and respectful to one another. I want the kids to learn I'm just like them.
I'm just like everybody else. It just it takes me a little bit longer to get things done. The voice that I want everybody to hear is I'm an individual that wants to help others speak up for themselves, and I want to be able to help figure out with them the best way to do that.
The best part of this job is that I get to help educate people about developmental disabilities, and in the end, It's not our differences that they focus on, but instead we really are not so different, that we actually have a lot in common.
I have plans to keep advocating because change is constant. Advocating never stops because change never stops.
If you had to explain self-advocacy to somebody, what would you say it is?
Self-advocacy is listening to the individual in the path that they want in their life, because their path might be completely different than the path that we feel that they need to go. So it's listening to them and then supporting them in whatever it is, the direction that they want to go.
Self-advocacy to me, it's about being in control of your life and the direction you want it to go. It's like you having a say, voicing your opinion, and then, you can have other people help you along the way, family members, co-workers, friends, but in the long run, it's your life, and you should have a say in how it goes.
Self-advocacy is something that everyone needs to have. You have to be self-confident and you have to be able to speak up for yourself. And that's the biggest part of self-advocacy, because nobody's going to look out for you the way you look out for you. They are so used to always being surrounded by help, by assistance, by other people that will do things for them or tell them what to do. Teaching them self-advocacy teaches them to rely on some of their abilities and their skills. They learn that they can trust themselves, that they don't necessarily need someone else to give them the answer. You don't need all those other people. You need to trust yourself.
To me, self-advocacy means getting to choose your own path in life, as well as employment. When somebody decides that they don't want to do something, self-advocacy means not pushing them in the direction that they don't want to go. If somebody decides they do want to do something, it's not for us to decide whether we think they're going to fail. We should support them in that decision and let them fail if that's what's going to happen, and learn from their mistake, decide that's not the right fit for them, and move on to a better fit. But it has to be their decision regardless.
So give us an example of your favorite self-advocacy story. Was there like an aha moment for you when you realized how important it was?
I took a small group, I think 2 people, to Cool Beans over the summer. And one person that I was with had decided that she wanted to buy a certain coffee drink, and she handed me her money. And I said, well, you can order for yourself. You can go up, you've got the money, you can order and tell the person what you want and pay for yourself. And I said, I can come up with you if you need the support, but I said, you're able to do that. You can make the decision, you can do it by yourself. And she just kind of looked at me like, I can? And she went up there and she did a remarkable job. I have seen people learn to problem solve. I've seen people learn skills that they didn't know that they had. I have seen people succeed where other people didn't think they would. It teaches them that they have a voice. It teaches them that how they feel about their lives matters. They get to choose. They are not on the outside looking in. They get to participate.
I can talk about Donald. He's pretty interesting. He lives by himself. what Donald wants to do, Donald does. You know, he does a lot of things out in the community, like all the time during the summer. Him and his provider, they're going to every city that you can think of. You know, you can go out in public with Donald, and it's like everybody knows who he is. Everybody says hi to him.
Cindy, I would say, has probably always been a self-advocate. She's always spoken up for herself as long as I've known her. And she is willing to learn new things. She's willing to put herself out there. She's willing to ask questions. I think she's naturally a self-advocate. Using her self-advocacy, she started to step outside of her comfort zone. She wasn't living at home anymore. She was moving into an apartment. She was learning how to communicate her financial needs and her daily needs. She learned she could say yes or she could say no. She learned that she could be friends with who she wanted to be friends with and avoid the ones she didn't. She got more confidence in herself, which helped with the self-advocacy as well.
I get to see all the accomplishments that they're doing. I get to see Ashley, who the very first time I took her to a school, she just sat there smiling, and when we asked her questions, she just kept looking at me saying, I don't know. And it took a few times until she really got a feel. She's really proud of what she does. And now when she goes into the schools, she's like a natural. I think where Ashley truly shines is when she is going to the schools, talking to the students. She does an amazing job there, telling them about people with developmental disabilities and really setting straight all the facts. Ashley will start her conversation about her disability, and she'll talk about being born without eyes. And we can hear the comments. We hear, that's disgusting, and oh, gross, and all kinds of sighs. And I think with Ashley, the thing that's so amazing about her is she only spends seconds talking about her struggles. But when it comes to all the things that she can do, she'll go on and on and on, and she really connects with the kids. She'll explain to them that I can do pretty much anything you can do. She'll say, my disability is just part of me. It's not all of me. And I think that's probably the most powerful statement Ashley can say. And I think about Logan. I think about all the stuff that he has done. And when he gets up in front of a group and starts talking, I get chills because I cannot believe the words that he's choosing and the difference that he's making when he's talking to, whether it's businesses or whether it's specialty groups or whether it's at the schools. He's even talked to universities for special ed students, and I really feel that he's making a difference for the future. And Bill, how he connects with the state level, and he's so educated, and he has these great questions, and he's always bringing that to the table to get us to talk about a conversation.
Is there anything you would want to tell staff about self-advocacy?
Just supporting them in their decisions, supporting them in teaching them how to problem solve, teaching them how to speak up for themselves, teaching them to say that they can do things for themselves, and listening to them, really hearing what they have to say, teaching them to know what's best for them, will help them to make the right decisions rather than telling them what to do.
Listen to what people have to say. Listen to what people want. Try to help find ways to, help them live the life they want to live. Or, at least if you can't do it, let's find somebody else that could maybe help them. Could let it be a family member, could be a church member, could be anybody out in public, could be friends, could be anybody.
I think the most important thing as a staff person or anyone who supports a person with a developmental disability is that we are listening to them. We're listening to where it is they want their path in life to go, and we're supporting them in that direction. Give them the opportunity to try it, and if they succeed, that's awesome. If they don't, we just make a few changes and we keep moving in that direction. I think the best thing we can do as supporters is be good listeners, be patient, and we need to let them make the choices in their life, and we need to not make those decisions for them, not push them. It's their life, so we need to let them live their life, and remember, it's not our life. We're just there to support them in their choices.
If you want someone to learn to be a self-advocate, you need to be a self-advocate for yourself. You can't teach someone else that if you don't know how to do it. It's okay for, I guess, everybody to have their own opinions and their own views, and you need to encourage. You need to encourage it big time. If they want to speak up, you need to encourage it and help them to do it. Because a lot of the individuals, people might think that, oh, they're not capable of doing it. But that's not true. So you help them figure out a way to be their own advocate by providing them the tools.
What is your hope for this video? Anything else you want us to know?
I want people with disabilities to know that they have a choice in anything that they're doing.
Be encouraging. That's the biggest thing. Be encouraging, and don't ever put someone down for their opinion or their belief.
Yeah, you have to take baby steps. You're not going to get to the end goal, in one big leap. All of us have to take baby steps, and I don't think it's going to happen overnight. I think that every little accomplishment builds self-confidence and helps them to realize that they can do more.
Thank you for listening.